So the door was locked out.
So then you leave there, and you go out of town. It's like going out to where the rifle range is here, you know, about that far.
Yeah.
Up on a hill. And their clubhouse is like in a big field. And it's like a tailgate. And there's cars everywhere. There's like 30,000 people there.
Everybody's just
and you basically, literally, it's a hay pasture, and you pull up your car and build a fire. And you just sit there and hang out. And these guys walk around, they all dress up like Abraham Lincoln era. So they have the big top hats.
Yeah.
And the big overcoats. It's like their uniform. And tuxedos. And they walk around, hey, thanks for coming out. Where are you guys from?
Really?
You're here. It's cool to have you. And then they have like these rotary exchanges from all over the world. And these
no way.
people will get up there from like Germany and sing a song. And then there's this band playing. And
that's kind of cool. I had no idea.
And then you go gather by the stage, and they pull a groundhog out exactly at sunrise.
Where is it?
Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Punxsutawney Phil. Groundhog Day.
Kansas is from Kansas. Origin is Topeka.
Topeka.
Oh, makes sense. See, I wasn't lying to you. I just wasn't.
It was a pretty good big air band when I was in middle school and junior high.
They're the biggest thing.
Carry on my wayward son.
Yeah. I had that album, that Boston, and
I went to Boston concerts. That sucked.
You went to a Boston concert?
Yeah. Starlight Amphitheater.
Hi. You doing that? You want to do this?
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm supposed to do this and I was planning on it when somebody else showed up. I do need help maybe Thursday, first half, and Saturday. You don't know if you know?
Work.
Oh. Oh, you guys are probably ramping up big.
Yeah, it's hard for me to leave now at 1 in the afternoon.
Right.
I don't know, I'd like to go. Let me just see how
Are
the
you going
weather
Saturday?
is. If it's bad weather, I'll totally go because it won't be working.
Right. Are you
So
on
what did the radio
no,
station here say about being gone that long? How long
Yeah,
you
Chris,
gone?
I think it'll be about 90 days.
They're
Thursday?
thinking
Right, that's Saturday.
Oh,
Which
I
is
can't
about,
do anything
like,
Saturday.
my two bosses.
I need to be on the field.
Oh, right. Keep that like in here right now because it's not known to even Brian. We're like talking to Dawn and Monica, and they weren't opposed to it.
What are their options, really? You can't be that readily replaced.
No,
Like, if you just...
but I mean they could. I mean they could not like be like you don't have anything when you come back. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
Search.
but they're still going to be out.
I mean, they just have to look for somebody, I guess.
You going somewhere?
Might be.
Really?
Next summer, though. Like
Where are you thinking?
Tour of the Americas.
Pretty much, yeah, I'd go to all 50 states, but
Shut up.
it'd be a really big networking trip for me. I'd be visiting every AHL and NHL team, their media departments.
Wow.
I'm just trying to kind of create a big network and see if that leads to a job.
That sounds like a fun way to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. There's probably, I'd say at least 20. I'm saying 25, and I bet it's in the 30s states that don't have a team. So I'm just gonna kind of additionally do that, and then
But you want to land with an organization, NHL organization, or
that's my dream, is to announce in the NHL. So I need a network. I'm likely. I mean, you don't just jump into the NHL, but go for an AHL job for a couple of years, and then we'll see what happens.
we went down. Abs Pepsi Center does an event.
Just in front of that, I played Jim Croce's classic, I Got a Name.
A couple of years, and they go down and they give you a full-on business tour. Each department, meet with media people.
Which was the fifth.
Go down. Talk to the Zamboni guys.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man.
Cheese classic, I Got a Name, which was the title track to the fifth and final.
A couple of years, I'm like, that would be
His classic, I Got a Name, which was the title track to the fifth and final studio album,
You were involved with a team that would win.
which was released posthumously after his death, of course, which is what posthumously means, but, you know. I'm in radio. We're redundant. In radio. Also played the Carpenters in there and Anne Murray's hit, Danny's Song. You are tuned to the Oldies Show at 9. We are headed back to 1973 all week long here. Some movies that were in the theater: Airport 1975, Blazing Saddles, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Planning on
He
it.
doesn't want to come home at all.
Was he trying to work out an internship or something?
Yeah.
And on the creepy side of things, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Well, it's too bad for him.
which I watched in college on a black and white TV, which made it look more like a home movie than it already looks. Ugh, not a fan of that particular movie. But we've got more music from 1973.
I don't know. Are you talking about the one they drove by Maybell? It's super cool. Yeah. It's awesome. It's amazing how many horses they pull out of there, like, every year. You're talking about, like, the Pat Manilow.
Yeah.
Patrick, you back there, bud?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Robin's asking me to go.
That'd be fun. When does that happen? I thought that was... Oh, I guess it is spring.
It's happening day 6.
Are you good?
I don't know. I was looking. She's coming. So here's my re-entry to reality from spring break. So we get in late. We're driving home.
Hello?
And
What's going on, my
get
friend?
set up. You know.
I'm doing very well. Very well.
You wake up Sunday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning to a call from Piper, who's catching an airplane back from Kansas, but can't find her phone.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I swung by. I'd love to just get out there, maybe chat a little bit about what your marketing plans are for the summer and what Steamboat Radio.
You're tuned to 93.7 and 102.3. We're heading back to 1973 all week long on the Oldies Show at 9. That, of course, was the Ozark Mountain Daredevils with If You Want to Go to Heaven.
Soccer game here,
Gets
so.
back there and realizes that.
But yeah, Cody, I'll give you a call in the morning. We can figure out a time to meet.
Guy to talk to the
All right, thanks. Have a great evening.
AAA guy to help her get that going. So kind of started to get a handle on that about a good day. And my refrigerator just working.
Ah.
Patrick.
I'm like, come on, seriously? I just kind of wanted to hang out
It's
today.
one of those days. You weren't supposed to be home.
My mother-in-law was too many cans or another can.
We're not winding down even with our...
Yeah.
Like,
Can we put time? Let's make sure that's
Oh.
how much time should we put on the rest of the test one?
Right now?
2 minutes. You want to go ask Rob?
Like clear the clock? Okay. Set main clock. Ready. Go. Enter. And then turn it on when?
We have the buzzer as we get off the number 2.
We just figure out what the fucking song is.
What's going on?
What? Rob wanted me to do this thing. Somebody?
We're on it.
You got one back, yeah. Sweet, thanks, Bert. Yeah.
So, new refrigerator?
No, new switch. $100. I was okay with that. But it took 2 days for him to get there, so we put stuff in and out of the freezer.
You have a chest freezer?
Yeah. My wife just went to conduct
Crap, I did not.
It's cold. We got like $400 worth of groceries too. Figure something out. Cool.
That's Johnny Nash actually covering Bob.
Did you watch much of it?
Yeah, they played really well.
That's cool.
The game was closer than it really was.
Really?
Yeah.
Robbie's got a few years of good teams there.
And the pinnacle might be next year.
No, man, that 8th grade group that's coming up is pretty solid too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This little one down here juggling the ball is one of them. That's Keelan Vargas' little sister, Courtney.
Heard she might be back for a little game time on Saturday.
The rumor, yeah.
Yeah. I saw her at Walmart. She's like, "That's on PT, but hopefully Saturday." That'd be cool. That'll be awesome.
We're heading back to 1973 with the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and If You Want to Go to Heaven. Gilbert O in front of that with Get Down, and the OJs with their big hit, Love Train, as we head back to 1973. All week long here on KRAI, 93.7 and 102.3, and the Oldies Show at 9. 1973 was a pretty famous year in politics. Richard Nixon gave his famous "I'm not a crook" speech at the Contemporary Resort in Disney World. Soon after, the Watergate hearings happened, and then he was impeached a little bit later, 1973, early 74. We've got more from 1973, including the Pointer Sisters, Billy Preston, and a little Helen Reddy. All coming your way on KRAI, 93.7 and 102.3.
Casey Kasem.
Yes, put your feet on the ground and reach for the stars, Don.
What's your favorite?
We're heading back to 1973 with the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and If You Want to Go to Heaven. Gilbert O in front of that with Get Down, and the OJs with their big hit, Love Train, as we head back to 1973. All week long here on KRAI, 93.7 and 102.3, and the Oldies Show at 9. 1973 was a pretty famous year in politics. Richard Nixon gave his famous "I'm not a crook" speech at the Contemporary Resort in Disney World. Soon after, the Watergate hearings happened, and then he was impeached a little bit later, 1973, early 74. We've got more from 1973, including the Pointer Sisters, Billy Preston, and a little Helen Reddy. All coming your way on KRAI, 93.7 and 102.3.
School, I'm involved in soccer and just hanging out with friends, and I like to sleep when I can. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite movie is probably Knowing, because it's really intense and really interesting. And this summer, I plan to just work and hang out with friends and spend as much time with people here before I leave for college. And my goals for this season are to just have a really good time and make the most of my last season with the high school soccer team and just build good relationships with everyone and just have a really fun season. And my goals for life are to ultimately be happy and to have a career in the medical field. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is the bonds and the support among the team and just a sense of family and love among everyone. And my name is Ruthie Gorell. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well, head over to Doc for above and beyond customer satisfaction and the most expert service around. The techs at Doc are ASC certified and go the extra mile to give you the peace of mind you need to know your vehicle is safe. We take care of you and your family by taking care of your car. We are located just past Moose on the west end of town off of Elk River Road. Doc's Auto Clinic, proud to support the Steamboat Sailors.
Sports on FM. This is 98.9 KTYV. Steamboat Springs.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Gardner Field, your Steamboat Sailors girls soccer team, just about set for this evening's matchup against the visiting Eagle Valley Devils. It should be a good matchup, and it's a big one for your Steamboat Sailors. They're trying to make a late push for the playoffs, and if they can win out these next 3 games, tonight's, Thursday's in Glenwood, and then Saturday's against Centaurus, that's at least their best opportunity and hope for making the playoffs. Currently, they are ranked 27th in the RPI standings, and of course, 32 teams make the second dance. The Devils are coming in 5-8 overall, 3-7 in league play. Steamboat on the other side of the ball at 8-4 overall and 6-4 in league play. A couple of those losses in the league to Palisade, one to Battle Mountain, and Steamboat really, and of course the other one to Glenwood. They'll be looking to avenge the Glenwood loss from the first game of the season when they face off on Thursday. Tonight's matchup against the Devils has Steamboat wearing their home uniforms here at Gardner Field, white with red trim and numbering. And it looks as though in the first half of play, we're going to see the Sailors go left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com. Online streaming brought to you by the Corner Slice. Stop by there after the game, pick up a couple slices for just $5. Eden Reese, your starting keep here for Steamboat. And the Sailors will have the first possession of the afternoon and into the evening. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. And Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Also, Steamboat Dental Center, dentistry designed for you. Visit Dr. Whitty and the team or check them out online at steamboatdentalcenter.com. Looks as though your Steamboat Sailors will start with Graham on the outside. Autumn Graham getting a start as the right outside back here. Initial kickoff is off the foot of Sophie Leeson. We're underway. Steamboat with the first possession. They're going to lose it. Taken by Eagle Valley, but only so far as Lucy Wilson, who is starting in that center back role. Going to be passed up, finding Moon in the big circle. Delaney Moon kicks it outside to Graham. Sydney Graham goes near side to Drobick. Nice little one-touch play to Leeson. Tried to get it outside and eventually found Reese. And it looks as though Holland Reese has found her spot in the attacking role as she is starting as that right attacker for your Steamboat squad. Just underway here in a scoreless game from Gardner Field. Steamboat, again, if you're just joining us left to right on the radio dial, Eagle Valley is in their black uniforms. They're heading the other way. Devils are going to take this opportunity, though, from Zoe Booth is cut short. Nice defense from Steamboat. And up the other way comes Sydney Graham. She's going to send one to that left wing. Found her mark. And Pedix is going to try and chase it down. It got away from her, though. Steamboat throwing far sideline. Kelly Pedix does get the start here for your Sailors. The senior, who is a veteran of 4 years on this varsity roster for the Sailors. Ball work now. Delaney Moon tried to reach out with the right foot. Couldn't come up with it. Worked by Zoe Booth of Eagle Valley, and she's going to try and turn it the other way. Looking for a through ball up that right wing, but is a little too far for Addie Schumacher. And so it will be another Steamboat throw in, this time from in their own territory. Looks as though Meyer is going to be the one to toss it in for the girls in white. Meyer surveys her options, looking for Sydney Graham, eventually gets it her direction, and Graham settles, gets through a number of defenders nicely. Sydney Graham now trying to swing it over and switch the pitch. Running into that is Drobick, but she couldn't quite reach it before it was taken back by Baldwin, and Kelsey Baldwin with some good little
movement there. Eventually, ball works over to the far side. Chased down by Schumacher. Nice job, though, by Meyer, challenging and kicking that one out of play, as she was able to immediately jump all over Addie Schumacher and curtail that opportunity. 37:50 left here in quarter half number one here from Gardner Field, still scoreless, and Eagle Valley trying to press a little bit. This is Sophia Aguilar up that right wing once again for the girls in black. Now a chip through is going to be high and well wide of the goal frame, and so it will be a goal kick, first one of its kind for either team, and it's going to go for Eden Reese. Reese will set this one up to the far side of the 6, and she looks up the field for Steamboat. Has Wilson as an option. Doesn't like it. Goes up to Drobick instead. Hops away from her. Knocked down now by Kelsey Baldwin again. And one of the captains here, Baldwin, stepping away from Drobick once more as it was challenged for. Comes all the way to Sydney Graham. She touches it back to Lucy Wilson. And Wilson looks up the pitch. Nice little long ball attempt. Was knocked down again by Baldwin, but it came to the feet of Sophie Leeson. Turns it up the field. And Leeson goes for a long through ball. And that one also knocked down as well. Good defense there from Emma Uribe, who was able to get in the way. On the far side of the field, Steamboat possesses once more in their own half of play. Now up to the midfield line it comes. Emma Meyer there, trying to run through with possession. Has a little bit of help on that far side from Pedix, and the ball comes free, chipped the other way by Eagle Valley. At the midfield line now, Lucy Wilson challenges for it. She's trying to take it off the foot of Sophia Aguilar. Aguilar, though, came up with it, has help and an opportunity, but a through ball a little too long. Eden Reese steps out just beyond the 18, gets it upfield, knocked down by Sophie Leeson. Now she's going to try and challenge. Ball comes free to Reese. Holland Reese up this near sideline. Going to try and make a move and get around a defender. Service goes off of that defender and comes to the sideline. Kept in play there by Holland Reese. Her centering pass, though, is going to be knocked down by Kelsey Baldwin, who takes it the other way, eventually runs out of real estate, and the ball goes out of bounds. Throw in Steamboat deep in the offensive half. Comes to Drobick. Her pass back to Autumn Graham. Does not connect, and it's going to turn into a throw-in for Eagle Valley now, near sideline. Deep in their own territory, Baldwin will have this. Goes over the head of intended target, Uma Nanine, and Steamboat possesses once more. Just inside their own half of play, it's Wilson. Gives a pass over to Sloan Russell. Continues to switch the pitch to Emma Meyer, far side of the field now. Meyer steps towards the near side and into the big circle before she's dispossessed. Ball works back to Autumn Graham, who with the left leg will try and feed it back to Eden Reese. And Reese gets it upfield quickly. Knocked out of the air on a 50-50 ball by Carla Miramontes. And eventually there's Delaney Moon with a leg on it, and she's going to just give it off to Sydney Graham. Quickly near side to Autumn Graham. And the sisters connect. Ball is worked up, and Holland Reese did not quite keep that one in play. Went across the near sideline, and it will be a throw-in coming up for Eagle Valley. Scoreless here with 34:54 left and first half action from Gardner Field. Want to thank the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square in downtown Steamboat. Also, Mountain View Car Wash helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Don't forget about Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Ball now is going to work towards the end line. Wilson had to make a play at that one. Great hustle. It eventually does go across that end line in totality. However, it was a great play from Eagle Valley, hustling down there and getting around Lucy Wilson, very nearly getting around her at least. Sophia Aguilar with some good speed. Ensuing goal kick goes up to Delaney Moon. She swings it outside to Emma Meyer. Meyer now just goes back to Sloan Russell. One-touch play up to Delaney Moon. Got away from her, though. Good challenge on it from Emily Conklin. Ball, though, taken back by Steamboat. Myers through ball to Pedix is unsuccessful, and it comes all the way back to Sloan Russell now in her own half. Russell turns back to Eden Reese, deep in her own 18. Reese is going to send this one up, knocked down. But a great job from Lucy Wilson jumping on a loose ball, and so Eagle Valley had an opportunity that was cut short. However, they do attack again. They tried up that far sideline. Addie Schumacher unable to keep it in play. Steamboat throwing now from 18 extended on that far sideline. 33-24 left, half number one, still scoreless here from Gardner Field. The better of the opportunities and the possessive numbers probably going for Eagle Valley in this first 7 minutes of play. We haven't been looking right out of the press box very often. Here's an opportunity, a goal. Eagle Valley strikes. 33:02 left here in first half action, and just like that, a goal from Gardner Field.
That was a great shot.
An unbelievable shot there from the far corner of the box. I'm not actually sure who struck that one for Eagle Valley. But it's 1-0. Devils are on top and already looking better than they did when we were down at Hot Stuff Stadium, where the Sailors were able to blank this Eagle Valley squad 3-0.
What do you need?
Not sure who the goal scorer was on that. 32:57 remaining. First half of play. Steamboat's going to have this restart on the whistle, and we get that whistle. Leeson now gives it back to Autumn Graham. Goes into Lucy Wilson. Up now to Drobick. Too far for her. Ball comes to the midfield line. Near side now. It'll be taken by Eagle Valley. Good job, though, from Holland Reese sticking with it. She's going to give it up to Delaney Moon on an overlap. Moon's up this near sideline, trying to open up the lane. Nice job. Good footwork from Moon, and then eventually it's kicked away from her by Kelsey Baldwin, and so it will be a throw-in for Steamboat deep here in Eagle Valley territory, finally getting down into the offensive end. And it looks as though it's going to be a goal kick now. Toss came in, Drobick couldn't control, got away from her, and it will turn into a goal kick first of its kind for keeper Brennick Gale. Gale's going to set it up on the near side of her 6. First time she's seen the ball since warm-ups. Gale's going to send it up this near side. Knocked down by Holland Reese. Reese is going to try and turn one over with a chip through to the far side. It's a foot race. Gale's out there. Pedix came in. And had Gale not been able to control, it would have fallen right to Kelly Pedix, but instead it's punted the other way. Gets away from Sophia Aguilar. However, a follow-up now. It's going to be taken by Eagle Valley. And trying to work it through is Zoe Booth. Had to come back. She gave a shot to Lucy Wilson. That'll result in a foul. Free kick coming up for the Sailors. Wilson now is going to try and turn this one up, finding Sydney Graham. Gives a pass back to Sloan Russell. Goes upfield with that pass to Pedix. And at the midfield line, Pedix challenged, lost the ball. Comes back on her gal and is able to force an errant pass. Ball comes to the near side now. Holland Reese challenging for it. Nice step on the ball by Baldwin. And eventually it's going to be pushed forward now by Jessie Wright. Wright trying to chase this one down in a foot race here. And stumbling down is Lucy Wilson. She recovers her footing. And a shot coming in goes off of the uprights. Good effort, though, from Eagle Valley. And right now the Devils starting strong in the first 10 minutes of play here. They've got a goal. It's 1-0. Your Sailors are down to Eagle Valley and looking for a response. The latest opportunity from Nanine was off the mark by just a few feet as she was trying to get that same loft ball that went over the head of Eden Reese. Nanine challenging again. She runs right into Autumn Graham. Graham got it upfield, however, it's taken back by Eagle Valley. Baldwin has it. Sends it to her back line. Jenny Osteen's there. Osteen tries to send one up. Nice job reading that by Sydney Graham. Graham's going to step up field here, looking to get away from Emily Conklin, and eventually ball comes to the near side. Holland Reese couldn't get there first, though. Attempted clear. Goes out to Kelly Pedix. She'll keep it in play. Far sideline. Sends one back now to Emma Meyer. Continues it along to Sydney Graham. Tries to get around a defender. She does, but she didn't have control when she did so, and it's going to be worked by Eagle Valley. Long ball to Aguilar connects. She has to go backwards with the pass, though. That Aguilar looked like she knocked it down with a hand there. No whistle on that one, and it's going to be worked by Eagle Valley, trying to attack this near flank out now as Nanine looks to chase it down, but did not quite have the legs to do so. Autumn Graham will have a throw-in from the near sideline deep in her own territory. 29:33 left. 1-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Lucy Wilson back in her own 18. Going to take this one, trying to dribble away from pressure. Looking to pass one up to Graham. Couldn't connect. Instead, it's knocked out of play by Sophia Aguilar. Autumn Graham will have a throw-in once again from this near sideline. Her toss, looking for Drobick, didn't connect as well. And then it's going to be sent towards the 18. Knocked down by Lucy Wilson, and she'll clear this one. It'll hop once and then twice, and it's out of bounds. Throw-in coming up now for Kelsey Baldwin. She's 15 yards back of the midfield line in her own half of play. Baldwin surveys, goes for a long toss. That one's going to go right to Drobick for Steamboat. Drobick gets it up to Delaney Moon. Her pass into Sydney Graham, couldn't connect. And it's going to now be turned back the other way. Sydney Graham has it in the big circle. She gives it off to Delaney Moon. Again, Steamboat is left to right on the radio dial here in first half action. Now another errant feed turns into an opportunity. Nanine, though, can't chase it down. Lucy Wilson does. Sends it back to Eden Reese in her own 18. Reese with a one-touch play comes up the near side looking for her sister Holland. Holland with a nice little read on the ball. It hops over a defender, and Holland Reese is away up this right wing. She's got a couple numbers with her. Going to have to try and serve it in. Does so, and Sophie Leeson made a play at it, but couldn't come up with a touch. Now Drobick follows up. She sends one that's bending towards the goal. Knocked down by Brennick Gale, and finally the Sailors have their first shot on frame. Gale with a save. 28 minutes left here, so we're just 12 minutes into the game. But it's been Eagle Valley with a lot of the possessive numbers offensively. Overlap play too far for Nanine, and it's going to be out of bounds on the near sideline. Autumn Graham's going to have a throw of it again for Steamboat. She looks up to Holland Reese, settles with the chest. Now trying to get away from the pressure put on by Eagle Valley's defensive player, Kelsey Baldwin. Hits off Baldwin, goes out of bounds again, and Steamboat will have another deja vu play here with the throw-in from Autumn Graham. 27-29 left. First half action, 1-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Throw-in from Graham, finds Delaney Moon to the back line and Wilson. Lucy Wilson now sends it over to the far side of the pitch. Settled with the left leg there of Sloan Russell. Russell goes up that far flank, finds Kelly Pedix, makes a play at the ball, comes free from her possession, and Eagle Valley has it once again, trying to work it the other way. Nice job, though, from Sydney Graham. Jumps in the lane, gets a ball back for Steamboat, works it to Meyer, to Russell, and Russell will switch the pitch to the near side. Chested down by Autumn Graham. She tries to get away from a defender, but good job from Nanine, and she tries to streak Aguilar in all alone. Aguilar shoots, and it goes bar down. Sophia Aguilar makes this a 2-0 game, and Eagle Valley has come to play tonight. 26:49 left in first half action. And the Devils have a 2-0 lead over your Steamboat Sailors right now, as we are just over 17 minutes, just over 13 minutes into this game. Sophie Leeson's in the big circle to kick this one away. For Steamboat, your Sailors need a response desperately. They've only got one shot on frame. Leeson will kick this one in, finding Sydney Graham. Goes to the back line, finding Russell with that play. Up now looking for Pedix. Challenges, and Kelly Pedix bodies a gal off the ball, gets it to Emma Meyer on the overlap, and Meyer's going to try and come up that left wing. Cuts to the middle of the field now. Goes for a through ball. Too much on that. Goes into the hands of Brennick Gale. And Gale will scoop it up and trot towards the top of her own 18. Kicks one away now for Eagle Valley. Hops once, and nice job from Wilson on a read on that ball. Able to knock it down. The 50-50 turns into a Steamboat possession. Now Sydney Graham with a long ball attempt. That one's intercepted by Baldwin, who just read the play. Gets it up to Nanine. Quickly now to Aguilar. Aguilar with fancy footwork, able to get free as well. Eventually, though, Steamboat swarms, and the defense turns into offense with the possession here. Delaney Moon trying to get away from the pressure there of Jessie Wright. Wright, however, ends up with the ball. She gets a little bit of help from Emily Conklin, who works it up to the Steamboat half. Only so long, though, as Steamboat does take over. Holland Reese has it. Gives it off to Autumn Graham, but a little miscommunication on that one. And then Autumn Graham tried to go back, and here's an opportunity, but Lucy Wilson shoulder to shoulder there with Aguilar, able to fight it off, and it comes into the hands of Eden Reese. And Steamboat right now a little discombobulated, not finding a lot of offense. Here's Leeson trying to change that script as she runs from the near side to the far. Turns back to this near sideline. Serves one up, looking for Reese. Too far for her. Scooped up by Gale. And Brennick Gale will just once again work her way out to the top of her own 18. Punts this one away. Goes under the foot of Drobick, headed forward by Autumn Graham, and settled by Delaney Moon now, just inside her own half. Gives it back to Graham on the near sideline. Under 25 to go in first half action. It's going to be taken again by Wright, but she is quickly dispossessed. Good tackle from Delaney Moon. Had help from Sydney Graham as well. Graham works it back to Sloan Russell, and that left center back, Sloan Russell, has to give it to Eden Reese. Reese makes a play at the ball. It comes out, and Neen's trying to chase it down, and misplayed that one, but she's able to at least chase it down, and Nanine gives it up now to Aguilar. Back to Nanine on a give-and-go play. Tries to serve one in, and that will go wide of the goal frame and turn into a goal kick for Eden Reese and company. 24-20 left, In the first half of play, 2-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors here from Gardner Field. And the Sailors, I think that they're still waiting to wake up here in first half action. Looking for the fire in their belly. They need to know they're playing for playoffs. They still have an opportunity to get in if they have a real good finishing week. Through ball now, looking for Holland Reese. She's got the speed to run into that one. Great looking play from Delaney Moon. Reese gets there, keeps it in play, serves it into the 18, cleared out by the defensive unit there for Eagle Valley. I think that was Jenny Osteen who ended up getting the left foot on that and clearing it. But a good looking play, and one of the first ones we've really seen where Steamboat had good ball movement and an excellent through ball from Delaney Moon. Here now is Autumn Graham on the throw. Tosses in, finds her sister Sydney. Reverses course. Sydney Graham opens up a lane for herself. Shoots one with the left leg. Misfired on it by just a couple feet as it goes wide. And it will be a goal kick now for Brenna Gale. Gale's going to set it up to the far side of her 6. Surveys options. And we have just 23 minutes and change left in first half action here from Gardner Field. Gale's going to kick this one away. Want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, helping you get back to full strength when you're feeling short-handed. And Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. Call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Brenna Gale with another goal kick coming on, but we do have substitutions. Izzy Rillos checks in for Steamboat, as does Rochelle Coley. Did I miss anybody?
Yeah. 25.
It looks as though Steamboat's also bringing in Riley Hodges. So those are your 3 fresh faces, and they do readjust their attacking set as well. Delaney Moon is the right attacker. Hodges is going to be that right outside back. Overlap between the two of them right away. Ears must be burning. Drobik's been moved up to that midfield, attacking midfield position as well, and Izzy Rillos is the mid-attack, Rochelle Coley the left. So they moved it around quite a bit. Throw-in comes Holland Reese, who's playing on the back line now. Gonna try and battle for this one. All is worked, though, by Eagle Valley. Lucy Wilson steps into a ball. She's moved into that left center back role now. Wilson at the midfield line. Makes a move to the near side. Got away from her. Eagle Valley turns it the other way. And Jenny Osteen got a lot on that one. Goes all the way into the 18. Eden Reese will scoop it up. 21.5 to go in first half action. 2-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. This goal kick is going to be knocked down by Rochelle Coley, followed up by Emma Meyer. Meyer's up that left wing. Meyer turns it into the middle of the pitch, and clearing attempt hits off of Sophie Leeson. Comes right back to her. Nice feed there from Sydney Graham. Good looking play up now to Delaney Moon. Moon going to slow it down. Turns one back to Graham, but intercepted by Nanine. Now Hodges in there. Gets it to Drobik. Tried to swing it outside to Sydney Graham. Couldn't get it there, and instead it's turned back again by Eagle Valley into the big circle. Aguilar has it, forced to retreat towards her own goal. Eventually, it will be a Steamboat possession. Swung outside. Delaney Moon will chase it down on the near sideline. Touches it into Drobik. Gives it back. Nice go-and-go play from Steamboat. Here comes Delaney Moon. She's up this near wing. Coming into the 18. Serves one in, and it's bouncing around. Kicked free. Sophie Leeson's there. Shoots one. Blocked down by Eagle Valley, and clearing attempt again knocked short. This is Emma Meyer who serves it in. Header from Moon just off of the uprights, but really good pressure from Steamboat on that. Don't know how they were not able to come up with a goal, but great effort from your Steamboat Sailors trying to respond. 2-0 score Eagle Valley, but the Sailors coming on. 20 minutes and change left here in first half action. Remains a 2-0 game, Eagle Valley on top. Brenna Gale going to kick this one away. Knocked down by Zoe Booth. Booth is going to get a little bit of help there from Jesse Wright, and Wright tries to turn a corner, but great job from Sophie Leeson. Gets help from Rochelle Coley. Steamboat possesses again. Sydney Graham to the back line. Lucy Wilson has it there. Her clearing attempt hit off of bodies, and a little chip through from Nanine, trying to get the foot of Schumacher. Too much on it, though, and it will translate into a throw-in for Steamboat, coming up from about 30 yards deep in their own half of play. 19.5 to go now. Toss comes in, finds Sydney Graham. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also, you're watching online at steamboatradio.com. Thanks to the Corner Slice, you can head there after the game. 2 slices for just $5 at the Breckenridge Mall. Toss comes in again, this time from Eagle Valley. Hits off of a Devils attacking player, goes out of play, and Steamboat will have another chance at it. And this is going to be Emma Meyer to throw it in for the Sailors over the head of Rochelle Coley. Comes back towards Meyer. Picked up, though, by Eagle Valley, trying to get away from Lucy Wilson. Zoe Booth. Booth turns it, tries to serve it in, hit off of Lucy Wilson, who matched her stride for stride. And it will be a throw-in coming up now again for Eagle Valley. Just a few feet off the end line, and the Steamboat half of play. 18:34 left. And ticking down, Eagle Valley waiting as Kelsey Baldwin will run out to take this throw-in. Baldwin from the far side. Again, she's just a few feet off that end line. Looking to get some power and maybe work this into the 18. She does so. Headed out by Leeson. Looking for some help from Meyer. And Meyer ends up just kicking this one upfield and out of play. But it turns into a throw-in rather than a corner. Always better to have that. Once more, again, it is Kelsey Baldwin. Baldwin's toss. Battled for in the 18. Gal goes down. Swing and a miss from another Eagle Valley player. And Sydney Graham will send it up this near side. Delaney Moon going to try and run into it. She's got 3-on-3 developing. Izzy Rillos with her. Rochelle Coley on the far side. Gives it to Rillos. Gives it back to Moon. Moon can maybe run into this one. She does. Into the 18. Moon now challenging, but Brennick Gale is out and makes a beautiful play at it. And Gale will scoop that one up for Eagle Valley and just make her way slowly out to the top of her own 18 and punt this one away to the near side. Hops once. Knocked down by Hodges. Riley Hodges tries to get it up to Drobick. Intercepted, though, by Nanine, who gives it to her back line. And the clearing attempt by Eagle Valley hits the center official. Now it's going to be battled for again in the big circle. Drobick's in there for Steamboat, trying to get it free from Miramontes. But it's worked up by Eagle Valley once more. Nice job from Holland Reese in her new right center back slot to at least knock down one attempt. Second one does go off an Eagle Valley player and out of bounds on the near sideline. Steamboat will have a throw. Hodges with just under 17 minutes left in the half. Going to throw this one in for Steamboat. Goes over the head of one gal, then two. Knocked and kept in play by Delaney Moon. Followed up by Drobick. She's going to try and get away from pressure, but dispossessed by Wright. Her through ball goes into the 18 and scooped up harmlessly by Eden Reese, calling for her gals to get upfield quickly. Punts one up to the big circle. Knocked down by Izzy Rillos. She tries to get free as well. Rillos turns the corner. She's going to work it up this near side. Oh, nice job there from Baldwin with a very athletic play. It looked like she was running the opposite direction, but reached back with the right foot and knocked down a through ball that was looking for Delaney Moon. Now it's going to be 16:05 left in the first half with Hodges getting the throw in, trying to find Rillos. Too far for her. Kicked back to the way by the Devils, and then a misplay on that ball from Holland Reese. She's going to have to recover, tries to turn it up the corner. Zoe Booth in her way. Reese ends up stumbling over the ball, gets up, still with it, kicks up field with that, looking for Drobick, intercepted by Nanine, crossing play into the 18, and Eden Reese is out to try and play it. She's just going to have to kick that one out of bounds on the far side. Steamboat right now definitely showing a little bit more signs of life, but there's a few balls that they've just misread, and it's turned into some offensive time, at least with the ball for this Eagle Valley squad. 15:20 left. Another throw in from the far side that'll be taken by Kelsey Baldwin. Baldwin now tosses in, headed along further by Eagle Valley, still towards the goal frame but well wide off of Aguilar's noggin, and that will be another goal kick coming up for Eden Reese and company. She'll set this one up to the far side of the 6. Decides to build from the back. Serves one over near side to twin sister Holland. Holland Reese looks at her options. Decides to go up the near sideline. Settled by Delaney Moon. Ball comes free. And it's going to be kicked at there by Maya Wild, that's Miramontes, who is wearing a knee brace on the right leg. Eagle Valley had it. Works it towards the Steamboat end further along, but Sophie Leeson able to chase it down and give it off to Lucy Wilson. Her chip through to Emma Meyer, a little bit too far. There'll be another throw-in coming up for Eagle Valley. Not a lot of possessive numbers for either squad. Eagle Valley, however, has had the better field advantage, I would say. Steamboat has shown some good life, though, in the last 5 minutes of play, however, since they've switched out and brought in 3 new troops from the bench. 14:02 left. Sophie Leeson will take this across the midfield line, finds Izzy Rillos. Rillos now to the outside, and Emma Meyer. Meyer cuts back to the middle of the field, goes for a long ball. That one into the 18. Brennick Gale will easily gather that one in. Gale now getting to punt one away. Gets a big kick on that. Knocked down by Sydney Graham with the head. Comes to an Eagle Valley player, however, and Wright will just send this one up the near flank and out of play. Eventually turning into a throw-in Riley Hodges will take for Steamboat. 13:28 left, first half of play. 2-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Holland Reese to the middle to Lucy Wilson. One-touch play to Drobick. Drobick tries to get it free. Her pass intercepted by Nanine. Nanine goes for a through ball. That one was matched by Drobick, though, who got back. Now Holland Reese makes a play up, looking for Hodges. Going to knock it down with the head. Trying to fight forward, but Nanine got in her way. Hodges still battling. Ball comes back to her, and Riley Hodges goes up to Delaney Moon. Settles with the right foot. Puts it into Izzy Rillos. Rillos now going to just work it back to Sydney Graham. Big circle right at midfield line. Here comes Sydney Graham. Gives a pass to Leeson. Leaves it off now for Rillos. Trying to get away from pressure. Nice reversal from Izzy Rillos. Switches the pitch now to the far side, finding Meyer. Emma Meyer is going to try and touch it back into Sophie Leeson. Couldn't connect. Instead, it's Eagle Valley with the ball. Zoe Booth has it. Looking to streak the left wing. That's Nanine. She might have the legs to chase this one down, but she does not by about a stride and a half. Too far for her. 12:26 remaining now in first half action. 2-0 score, Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Toss comes in. There is Holland Reese to gather it. Finds Hodges, and Hodges will turn up and into the middle of the field with a pass to Drobick. Gets it off to Lucy Wilson now, who is truly in the middle of the pitch here. And trying to make a run of it. Gets to the midfield line. Lost possession. Turned back the other way by Eagle Valley. Taken by Hodges, who tried to knock it down out of the air on the 50-50 ball. Zoe Booth turns it upfield, and that's going to be harmlessly into the hands of Eden Reese. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. Ball worked the midfield line once more. Here's Delaney Moon. Her pass is behind Drobick and Rillos both. Riley Hodges ends up with it, though, after intercepting a feed from Eagle Valley. Ball is going to be worked to the far side of the pitch now as it's turned up by Emma Meyer. She's going to try and turn the Jets on and get free. Nice little move to cut to the middle of the field now, and Meyer's going to try and serve one up. But again, that one turns into a possession for Brennick Gale as it got away from Meyer on that right-footed through ball. 11 minutes and change left here in first half action. 2-0 score, Eagle Valley on top. Steamboat looking for a response here. They have at least gotten some good play and some offensive chances. Steamboat ball now. Emma Meyer is going to have a throw from the far sideline. Waiting for Drobick. Instead, opts to pass one in to Lucy Wilson. Wilson's long ball knocked down by Nanine. And then followed up by Drobick. Nice job for your Sailors. Possession here for Steamboat. Up comes Riley Hodges. Hodges is going to try and make a long through ball of her own. That one again gets free from everybody, and it will be gathered in by Brennick Gale. So Steamboat right now maybe need to just string some passes together and get that confidence up. And they need to do some shorter ones because right now that long ball not working for them. Just need to get the feel for it coming out of spring break, of course. This is their second day back, and they already have a game 3 in 5 days for Steamboat, so it's not an easy task for them. Hodges now going to have a throw in the offensive half, trying to find Izzy Rillos. Rillos gets by one gal, but couldn't control. Another throw, though, for Hodges from about the same spot, near sideline. And it's going to be tossed into Sydney Graham. A little bit complacent in that play. She was double-teamed. Ball taken back by Eagle Valley. and worked up the field, but Lucy Wilson steps in and makes a nice little tackle of her own. Turns back the other way, passes to Sydney Graham near side, touches out to Delaney Moon, settles with the left foot, now comes in. Moon giving a pass over, looking for Leeson. Knocked down by Wright. Leeson, though, follows up well, and in her pass to the outside, initially knocked down. It eventually gets there, however. Leeson overlaps, tries to cut into the 18, but it's going to be dispossessed by Emma Uribe, who will work it up the other way for Eagle Valley. Kept in play nicely by the Devils. 2-on-3 here. Numbers definitely favor Steamboat because Eagle Valley's just holding back right now. They've got the 2-0 lead over your Steamboat Sailors. Under 10 to go in half number 1. Holland Reese makes a play at the ball, and it was a misplay. However, she got in a knee to bite on it and was able to recover. Now sends one off the shin guards there of Addie Schumacher, and a throw-in for the Sailors, allowing for Emma Meyer to get back, along with a number of other defenders. Toss comes into Izzy Rillos. Swings it outside to Sophie Leeson. Leeson has Sydney Graham coming up. Didn't give it to her. Instead, it's to Izzy Rillos. Turns to the near sideline. Rillos now stops, and we'll just give it back to Lucy Wilson. Wilson trots up the pitch herself, trying to give an option, eventually forced to give it off to Hodges. Her pass upfield to Delaney Moon intercepted, and Hodges will have a throw-in as it went off a defender and out of bounds. Hodges gets it in quickly to Sydney Graham. Graham's going to try and turn free. Instead, passes one back to Drobic, now along further to Lucy Wilson, but the Sailors are going the wrong way. Wilson tries to turn it up the field and does so. Lucy Wilson makes a run, gives a pass to Sydney Graham, keeps it in play. Graham's going to try and just send this one in. Stopped by Gale, and it's towards the goal line, but somehow kept out. Brennan Gale stopped the initial shot off of one hop, but a good play for Steamboat, crashing the net. Rochelle Coley and Izzy Rillis on the doorstep. Gale, however, dives backwards and to her right to make that save, and gathered it in right on the goal line, keeping this a 2-0 game. Eagle Valley on top. 7.5 minutes to go in the first stanza. And now it's going to be worked as both teams getting adamant. Their fan bases are not very happy with the calls or lack thereof. Here's Eagle Valley now. Sends it up the field. Got past Lucy Wilson. Nice support, though, from Emma Meyer. Sends it near sideline. Knocked down by Delaney Moon. Moon keeps it in play. Gives it off to Drobic. Her pass back to Moon. Hit a defender. Goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Steamboat. Hodges is going to take this for your Sailors. Left to right here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Toss comes in to Delaney Moon. Tries to make a move to this outside. She's double teamed. Cuts back away from it. Gives it off to Rillos. Rillos to the middle of the field now. Sends one up to an overlapping Sydney Graham, who lets it rip. That one wide by a couple feet, but Steamboat, you can see now, not afraid to shoot a little bit here. Brennick Gale is going to try and set it up to the near side of her 6.
6 on 4.
6:25 left. The shadow's getting a little long as the sun goes down over Emerald Mountain. Second half will be a little chillier for the girls playing or sitting on the bench. We're nice and comfortable up here in the press box, however, so fear not. We will bring you excellent coverage. Kip Rillos doing our camera and an excellent job of it. Ball's worked upfield again by Eagle Valley. They're trying to attack in their waning moments, and a shot from Nanine. Hops once, gathered by Eden Reese. Under 6 to go now in first half action. 2-0 score, Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Now Sydney Graham tries to reverse course. Read well by Aguilar. She's going to try and turn it up, but Graham getting back, slides. Aguilar comes up with it still, serves one up. That's going to hop once again, and Eden Reese there to gather it in. And they're going to say goal kick for Reese as it was out of bounds across that end line. She'll set it and kick quickly, trying to restart. Goes over the head of one gal for Eagle Valley. Comes back to Ginny Osteen. Cuts away from the pressure of Leeson. Kick, though, is knocked down by Rillos. Coming to the near side, Delaney Moon pushes it forward with her head. Chased down, however, by Baldwin. Gives it off to Osteen. Upfield. That is going to be intercepted by the right foot there of Sophie Leeson. Turned back again by the girls in black. And Aguilar hadn't even checked up yet after recovering her feet. Tumbling to the turf earlier on that opportunity at a cross. Finally, whistle blows. Lucy Wilson was fouled. She's going to set it up for the Sailors. and will take this free kick herself. Under 5 to go. Steamboat needs to get some more action here offensively, because right now you don't want to head into halftime with not a lot of momentum built up and the blood starting to boil a little bit. You want to get a little bit of a release offensively, hopefully get a goal, bring this game to within 1. For now, however, Eagle Valley up 2-0, 4:20 to go in this first half of play. Hello, Colorado. Toss comes in, ball worked along further. Steamboat trying to possess, comes free though, and Eden Reese is out to play it and gathers it in, does not let up a rebound. Aguilar was on the doorstep. Punted away now, hops over a defender. Turns in possession for Ginny Osteen, cuts towards the near side. Nice job from Rillos, challenging. Osteen comes up with it, however. Turns it up the field, finds Zoe Booth. And Booth now going for a long ball up this near side. That's not going to get chased down, however. That's well too far for anybody. Nanine couldn't chase it. Steamboat will have a throw just a few feet off their own end line. Hodges tosses in. Finds the foot there of Holland Reese. Up to Delaney Moon. Moon cuts away from a couple defenders, sends it in to Sydney Graham, and Graham will just touch it back to Lucy Wilson. Wilson working it up, Steamboat building from the back. Finds Graham, gives it off quickly to Sophie Leeson. Comes through one defender with the ball, but Emily Conklin got just enough to disrupt that one, and Eagle Valley again with an opportunity to attack. Here's Zoe Booth. Dispossessed by the good work of Holland Reese defensively. Kept in play on the far sideline. Nice job. Good hustle from both sides, keeping that one alive on that sideline. 3 minutes to go here in the half. 2-0 score, Eagle Valley on top. Shadows are getting long, like I said, and there may be a few more of them in that second half, so shots may come in abundance in the early goings for your Steamboat Sailors, as they'll try and challenge with Brennick Gale facing the sun in the early portion of that second half of play. Riley Hodges to toss in. She gets it off to Sydney Graham, settles with the right foot, gives it back to Hodges. Hodges to Graham again. Give and go and back again. 2.5 minutes to go. Graham, she's going to unload with the left leg. Hops in once. Brennick Gale with the stop. And now she's going to punt this one up the field. Hops over the head of Nanine. Challenged for by Hodges. Pushes it forward, looking for Drobic. In its support, Drobic gets it to Reese. Her clearing attempt hit off of Zoe Booth. Comes to Hodges now. Touches one, and that one's going to be challenged for by Delaney Moon. Steamboat off the mark on their passes right now. They need to just, again, settle in, get a few foot-to-foot passes, get that confidence back again. Emma Meyer coming up that left wing, under 2 to go in the half. Here comes Meyer cutting it towards the middle of the pitch. Sends one off. She finds Leeson, gives it up. That's going to be offsides play. Rochelle Coley was in behind the defenders, and so a foul called. Free kick coming up for Brennick Gale. Quickly restarts it. Worked up by Eagle Valley. They'll work it to this near sideline now. Riley Hodges will take it over there for your Steamboat Sailors. 88 seconds left in the half. Now going to be headed forward by Holland Reese. Finds the foot of Sydney Graham. Works it to the middle of the pitch. Drobic fighting for it. Double teamed. Worked the other way by Wright. And Wright now trying to find an overlap player, but Conklin didn't have the speed. Turned the other way by Emma Myers. Sends one up to Sophie Leeson. Leaves it off now for Rochelle Coley. Coley's going to streak up the left wing for Steamboat. Rochelle Coley, nice little play on the ball. She's going to get free around one defender. Trying to turn it in on a service. And almost had Delaney Moon, just a stride and a half too short. Was Delaney Moon. Good looking play there from the Sailors. Great developing play, but they've only got 45 seconds to work with here. Throwing coming now deep in their own territory for Eagle Valley. Steamboat again left to right here in first half play. Ball comes free. Opportunity. Here's Drobic fighting through, and it's going to be worked to the end line. Kept in play and worked upfield. Leeson knocks it down top of the 18. She's fighting for it. Sophie Leeson tries to give it off to Meyer. Intercepted. And now it's going to be Meyer who takes it back on a nice tackle. 20 seconds on the clock. Meyer trying to work through. Looking for help. Doesn't get it. Eagle Valley with a little clearing attempt. Comes all the way to the midfield line. Worked again to Sydney Graham. 10 on the clock. Graham's going to try and touch it into Delaney Moon. One touch play to Drobic. Tried to go back out to Moon. Didn't get her. Delaney Moon does keep it in play initially, but that's going to bring us to the end of half number 1. 2-0 the score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors after the first 40 minutes of play. We're back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection. KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com. Sailors after the first 40 minutes of play. We'll be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com.
The Steamboat Sailors are on the air. This is 98.9 KTYV, bringing you Steamboat Sailors Soccer. Sponsored by Doc's Auto Clinic,
Yampa Valley Bank,
Alpine Lumber,
Mountain View Car Wash,
Steamboat Dental Center,
and Chris Bucket with Edward Jones.
Get on SteamboatRadio.com and watch the game live. And check out the complete schedule while you're there. Steamboat Sailors Soccer was also brought to you by Steamboat Ace Hardware,
Allstate Insurance, the Allison Agency,
UC Health Yampa Valley Medical Center,
Russell's Auto Salon,
and Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals.
Our sponsors support the sailors, so return the favor and support our sponsors.
Steamboat Sailors Soccer! Only on 98.9 KTYV and SteamboatRadio.com.
Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, a proud sponsor of Steamboat Sailors Sports Broadcasts. The sure side of spring in Ski Town, USA is the annual plowing at the Gardner Turf Field. You know what that means, sports fans, men's lacrosse, ladies soccer, and the excitement of spring sports in the Rockies. It might be a blizzard, it might be 60 degrees, but with our hometown sailors, it's always fun. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates all the Steamboat Sailor athletes for your efforts. Let's go, sailors! Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well, head over to Doc for above and beyond customer satisfaction and the most expert service around. The techs at Doc are ASD certified and go the extra mile to give you the peace of mind you need to know your vehicle is safe. We take care of you and your family by taking care of your car. We are located just past Moose on the west end of town off of Elk River Road. Doc's Auto Clinic, proud to support the Steamboat Sailors.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
Hi, my name is Sydney Graham, and I'm a sophomore at Steamboat High School. My number is 7. I play midfield, and I've been playing for about 10 years. I enjoy playing badminton, and I love to ski. I would like to go to college in the East Coast. I will most likely be playing in college. I see myself in 10 years being a successful person, enjoying life, and not regretting anything. Outside of school, I'm also involved in eating food and driving my truck. My favorite subject in school is math, because I like the challenge. My favorite movie is Dazed and Confused because I think it would be fun to live in the 70s and have a good time. Next summer, I will be going to concerts and traveling over Colorado, camping and hiking. My goals for this season are to be a competitive team and lead our team to playoffs. My goals in life are to become either a physical therapist or a doctor and travel the world. What I will remember most about being a sailor is the environment we create for one another and the fun we have together. My name is Sydney Graham. I'm a sophomore and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
The team at Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where you won't get a penalty for having a dirty car.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Tegan Ludwig, and I'm a senior at SSHS. I'm number 2. I play defense. I've been playing since I was 5. I also like to ski and sail. I don't know where I want to go to college, possibly CU Boulder. I don't think I'll play competitively in college. In 10 years, I don't know where I'll be. I'm just living in the moment. Outside of school, I'm also involved in a lot of clubs and volunteer work. My favorite subject in school is science or sociology. My favorite movie is Interstellar because I want to be an astronaut. Next summer, I'm going to be spending as much time as I can with my friends before I leave for my gap year. My goals for this season are to have a successful season with a lot of wins and for everyone to be really close. My goals for life are to be happy. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is the support from the community. I'm Tegan Ludwig, I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Steamboat Ace is your go-to place for everything you need for your home. Bridget here from Steamboat Ace, and we aren't just paint and power tools. Ace has a great pet section to keep your furry friend happy and healthy. A fun toy section stocked with items for all ages to make the perfect gift. Beautiful housewares, cookware, candles, and more to decorate and add beautiful style to your table. Stop into Steamboat Ace, proud to support your Steamboat sailors, and see all that we have for your home. Steamboat Ace, the helpful all your home needs place.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Sloan Russell, and I'm a sophomore in Steamboat Springs High School. My number is 24, and I play defense. I've been playing high school soccer for 2 years now, and I also like to dance. I'd like to go to college at CU or Colorado School of Mines. I'm thinking about playing soccer in college. In 10 years, I would like to be maybe coaching soccer. Outside of school, I'm involved in sewing and piano. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite movie is Lilo and Stitch because I love Disney. Next summer, I plan to coach at camps in Denver and play soccer. My goals for this season are to just improve myself as a player individually and help my team to win. My goals for life are to get a good education and be an engineer. What I remember most about being a sailor is the family that comes with being part of a team. My name is Sloan Russell. I am a sophomore in Steamboat Springs High School, and I am proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Small emergencies, scrapes, sprains, and stitches, they're bound to happen. You deserve quick care from trusted physicians. At UC Health Yampa Valley Medical Center, our emergency care team is here for you and your loved ones. The board-certified physicians at YVMC are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get you in and out the door quickly. You'll experience the same safe and high-quality care you've come to expect at YVMC, now with smaller prices for life's small emergencies. Yampa Valley Medical Center, now part of the UC Health family.
Sports-related dental injuries account for more than 600,000 ER visits each year. If your child is playing a sport and not wearing a mouth guard, they are 60 times more likely to suffer harm to their teeth. Steamboat Dental Center offers custom-fit mouth guards made from an exact model of your child's teeth. They are effective, comfortable, easy to clean, and also cheaper than a visit to the ER. Call Steamboat Dental Center today and receive half off a custom mouth guard. SteamboatDentalCenter.com. Go Sailors!
Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, a proud sponsor of Steamboat Sailors sports broadcasts. The Shoreside of Spring in Ski Town, USA is the annual plowing of the Gardner Turf Field. You know what that means, sports fans, men's lacrosse, ladies soccer, and the excitement of spring sports in the Rockies. It might be a blizzard, it might be 60 degrees, but with our hometown sailors, it's always fun. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates all the Steamboat Sailor athletes for your efforts. Let's go, Sailors! Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
This is Skip Yerdorf from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well, head over to Doc for above and beyond customer satisfaction and the most expert service around. The techs at Doc are ASC certified and go the extra mile to give you the peace of mind you need to know your vehicle is safe. We take care of you and your family by taking care of your car. We are located just past Moose on the west end of town off of Elk River Road. Doc's Auto Clinic, proud to support the Steamboat Sailors.
Sports on FM. This is 98.9 KTYV. Steamboat Springs.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. This is Steamboat Sailors Girls Soccer here from Gardner Field. We have a 2-0 game after the first 40 minutes of play. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat squad. Sailors are going to be right to left on the radio dial here in the second half of action, donning their home white uniforms, red numbers, and trim. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. The Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Chris Bucket at the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Also Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the locals connection discount. And the Allison Agency with Allstate. Proud to ensure victory for the Sailors and serve the Yampa Valley for all of your insurance needs. Just about set to get underway. It's going to be possession for Eagle Valley. Lepori is the keeper here in half number 2. Sorry, just trying to make sure the producer is all set. Ball is kicked away, and into the 18, Lepori will scoop it up. Steamboat again, right to left on the radio dial. Big booming kick from Lepori. That one's going to go upfield, hops once. Rillos tried to run under that one, couldn't get there. Comes to Delaney Moon, overlap play there, and the nice one. Here comes Hodges up that right wing. Steamboat already with some early fire. Comes to Rillos, swing and a miss from Rillos. And it will be kicked out by Eagle Valley. Steamboat, though, challenges and gets it right back for at least a moment. Hodges, though, had to get away from her out of bounds. And Eagle Valley will have a throw in from the far sideline. Baldwin has it and throws one that's headed off by Riley Hodges. Challenged for by Drobick. Gives one back to Sidney Graham. Turns away from pressure. Gives it to the back line. Taking it there is Holland Reese to the far side. And Hodges. Hodges now into the middle of the field. Finds Drobick back to Hodges on a give and go. Up the right flank now to Delaney Moon. Into Drobick. And Drobick's just going to work it into the middle of the field. Switching the pitch to the near side. Sophie Leeson has it for Steamboat. She's challenged. Running away from pressure. Trying to give one off. And eventually gets it to Emma Meyer, who had forgotten that she plays within the yellow lines if she's on the field to play for soccer. And it will be a throw-in now from the near side for Eagle Valley. 38:40 left in the second half of play.
Come on now, let's get everyone. Yeah.
Getting word that we're all set from the station. Little did he know I was talking about being hungry. Work now to Sidney Graham. Trying to get it upfield is Eagle Valley. Good job from Graham with some help from Wilson. Curtailing that opportunity. Ball, though, worked again to the Devils. Nice job from Leeson, challenging immediately. And that's a tough call. It looked as though the girl Emily Conklin was heading down to the turf already. Leeson in the vicinity gets called for a foul, but here comes Steamboat. Delaney Moon with a little bit of space to work with. Turns it outside to Rillos. Trying to get away. She had a player all over her back there. No foul on it. Cleared out by Eagle Valley. Throw in Steamboat. Riley Hodges going to take it from this far side of the pitch with just under 38 minutes left in the game. 2-0 score. Eagle Valley on top. Your Sailors, though, in the first 2 minutes here at least, showing some real signs of life. Service comes in. Brennick Gale with the stop. as that was an opportunity from Delaney Moon. She was trying to keep it low and hope for a rebound there with Izzy Rillos in the vicinity. Punt comes up, knocked down by Drobic. She got it up towards Delaney Moon, though it's going to be taken from her by Jessie Prite. And Wright turns it upfield. At the midfield line, it's Eagle Valley with the long through ball attempt. Nanine trying to chase it down, but Holland Reese is going to get there first. Turns it to the middle of the field, finds Hodges. Hodges up that far side. It's going to be knocked down by Moon. Gives it off to Drobic, turns, and finds Sydney Graham. She's going to body position her way from a defender and finds Lucy Wilson on the back line. Wilson touches it by a defender, turns the Jets on, gets by, and she'll turn it on again, trying to make a second move. Finds Rochelle Coley, couldn't gather it in. Cleared back up, but Sydney Graham will cut it down, trying to feed it over to the far side, and Riley Hodges couldn't connect. Instead, it's turned back by Eagle Valley. Devils trying to attack once more. Nice tackle there from Sydney Graham. Then she's bumped off the ball, and Eagle Valley will just end up clearing this one over the head of many players, but not Nanine. She's able to chase it down up that left wing. Nanine trying to step into a service here and gets it to the 18. Battled for, and eventually Nanine tries to serve it up again. Taken down by Aguilar. Turns, chips one back post, and the header goes over the goal frame. Wright was there and had an empty net to shoot at. I don't want to say shoot at. That's a hockey term. She had an empty net to throw the head at the ball there and try and get it in. Could not connect. And it's going to be a goal kick for Steamboat. Ball bounces free from an Eagle Valley possession. Izzy Rillos in there. She tumbles to the turf. Had enough to disrupt it, though. Steamboat does possess. Here's Hodges, near side to Leeson in the big circle. Turns one towards the middle of the field. Tries for a service. Oh, and a good-looking play. She finds Delaney Moon, who's taken down from behind.
Come on.
And a foul and a free kick coming up. Delaney Moon is taken down from behind. She would have been in behind the defenders there, and so the free kick's going to be coming up just a couple feet beyond the top of the 18 here. Lucy Wilson's going to step in to take this for the Steamboat Sailors. Directed to move that ball up to just about a yard away from the top of the 18. That's how close it was to being a PK.
That should have been in the box.
That wasn't in the box, Kip. Not even close. I mean, pretty close. It was like a yard, but free kick coming up for the Sailors. Looks as though there's going to be a 3-gal wall in front for Eagle Valley. Numbers loaded up in the 18. Here comes Wilson. She's going to step into this one. Tries to chip it, looking for her heads, and Sydney Graham got a noggin on it, but sends it wide. And so a goal kick and would have amounted to a good opportunity goes by the wayside for the Sailors. Remains a 2-0 game. Eagle Valley on top. 34:40 left. Brenna Gale sets it up to the near side of the 6 and will survey her options upfield. Gale now seeing that Steamboat's really marking up tightly on these Eagle Valley players in second half action. Sydney Graham tries to battle through. Wright fighting for the ball as well. Graham gets it up the pitch, and eventually Eagle Valley takes over again. Sent up to Aguilar, to Zoe Booth. Booth tried to get it up again to Aguilar on a give-and-go play. Came free, and then Nanine up the left wing. And he now cuts towards the middle of the field again, but it came free from her possession. Holland Reese has it, chips it up, gets it to Drobic. Drobic tried to push it on further as well. Couldn't. Wrapped up and taken down by an Eagle Valley player. Now it's Izzy Rillos. Little give-and-go play there, trying to find Sydney Graham. Couldn't quite connect on that second piece of that, and it's going to be Eagle Valley with it again. Worked up to Nanine. She's going to try and chase it down with Holland Reese barreling down on her. Nanine looks to serve it in. Keeps it low, but it's going to be out of play. Goal kick coming up for Lepori. 33.5 minutes left in the game. 2-0 score. Eagle Valley on top here. Lepori sets this one up to the far side of her 6 and serves it in low, gets by one defender, then 2, comes all the way out to Delaney Moon. One touch on that ball, sends it across the midfield line, tries up the right wing, beautiful feed. Izzy Rillos is going to run into this one with time and space. Rillos slows up, she's going to try and make a play at it, serves it in, and it bounces free. Oh, Brenna Gale had to get away from her initially, but she reaches down and gathers it up to stifle that opportunity for Steamboat. Now into the big circle it goes. Challenged for by Wright, who jumped up, got away from Drobic. Sent upfield by Eagle Valley. Turned right back that way by Holland Reese. Up to Sydney Graham. Outside to Emma Meyer. Up now to Rochelle Coley. Good little play there from Steamboat as we see a lot better ball movement already in the early goings of the second half of play. Now Coley trying to get away from a defender. She gets by her for initially, but it's turned out by Emma Uribe, and a throw in here for Steamboat deep in the offensive part of the field with just under 32 and a half minutes left in the game. Meyer to toss it in. She's got Leeson. Back to Meyer. Steps into this one. Meyer now touches off looking for Coley, but getting back was right, and she'll clear that one out as well. Another throw in for Emma Meyer and company. She looks and decides on Sydney Graham. Settles with the right foot. Turns away from a defender, gives it back to Lucy Wilson, challenged immediately by Booth. Swings over now to Holland Reese, and Reese is going to look to continue switching the pitch. Gives it up to Hodges. One-touch play there. Looking for Drobick, got away from her. Drobick, though, with a nice play, gets it back to Hodges. Taken away from her, though, by Eagle Valley players, and then Hodges challenging again with Drobick in there as well. And eventually, it's fought through by Baldwin, who tries to escape, but Holland Reese turns up and makes a play at that ball, clearing it out of the danger area. Referee's letting him play here today. 31:28 left and ticking down in second half action. Steamboat is right to left on the radio dial. They've already run out of time in terms of the sun being up, or maybe it's just cloud cover. Indeed it is. Could have been nice to get some shots lofted up there, and hopefully that would have been tough for Brennick Gale to manage. Here comes Steamboat now, once again. Trying to build this one out from the back. Worked up to Izzy Rillos up that right wing. Ginny Osteen's on her. Rillos now working it up. Content to get it deep here into Eagle Valley territory. Now cuts back on the ball. She's going to try and just serve one back. Found Drobick with it. Touches it along further. Now to Hodges. Into the middle. Sorry, that was Delaney Moon. Moon trying to come up with it again, but it's worked out by Eagle Valley, and the Devils clear the danger area. They get it up to Aguilar, and she's not even going to pursue here. Got along further into Steamboat territory. Taken back by Holland Reese. You can see right now that Eagle Valley content to just kind of sit back and play some D. That's not going to do it. Steamboat's got enough offensive prowess here to get back, and if they just continue to sit back. And here's Coley, dispossessed. Almost got around the last defender there. Would have been in alone. Worked again, though, on a follow-up. Here's Emma Meyer near sideline. Cuts to the middle of the field. Fancy little footwork, gives it off to Sydney Graham. Turns and fires. That one hops once, and Brennick Gale is able to gather it in and keep a hold of it. Just under half an hour left now in the game. It is a 2-0 lead for Eagle Valley. This kick is going to get away from Emma Meyer under her foot. Followed up, though, by Sophie Leeson. Touches it back to Lucy Wilson, and Wilson's going to just try and heel pass. Gets knocked down by Booth. Wilson had it again, found Drobick. Now to Sydney Graham. Taken away from her by Wright. Tries to go up the right wing. And it will eventually go off a Steamboat player and out of bounds. Throwing now for Schumacher. Instead, she steps off the ball and will leave it for Emma Uribe, who will make the throw for Eagle Valley. Steamboat definitely had a great first 5 or 6 minutes of play here in second half action. They're going to look to keep that pressure on, and they will get a throw in here. Good defensive swarming there from the girls in white. Meyer will take this, finding Rochelle Coley, turns it up the near sideline. Gives herself a little space to work with. Coley now turns it in the middle of the field, looking there for Rillos. Battles for it, but a nice job from Osteen getting there. Comes all the way across to the far side of the field where it's taken in by Delaney Moon. A through ball there for Moon, not going to connect. It bounces away, and eventually Uribe again sends it up to the big circle. Wright has it there. Great work from Sophie Leeson getting back in a hurry. Passes one to Lucy Wilson. Lost it for a moment. Wilson turns the Jets on and leaves it off for Holland Reese, who turns it upfield for Steamboat, getting it to Rochelle Coley. Settles. Turns back again to Wilson. Wilson doesn't go up the near sideline. Kicked out there by Booth. Almost a dangerous play. Incidental, though. No malicious intent. Worked up again by Holland Reese, trying to find Drobick. Outside to Hodges, far side of the pitch now with 28 minutes and change left in this one. Here comes Izzy Rillos. Rillos turns it back out to that far side of the field once more. Hodges has it, works to the middle of the pitch, gets it up to Drobick, outside to Delaney Moon. And Steamboat trying to find some offense, but they've struggled to break this trap in the last couple minutes of play. Now up comes Lucy Wilson. She'll say, I'll take care of it myself. Wilson will take a little bit of a run here. Going outside with a pass to Emma Meyer. Chases it down, keeping it in play. Meyer turns it back, trying to return the feed. Couldn't get it there. Comes all the way back to Sophie Leeson. Leeson along further. Her pass finds Holland Reese. Had to step into that one before Aguilar got in the way. And now Eagle Valley trying to attack. Excuse me. Worked up by Nanine. Challenged by Holland Reese. Nanine still with it. Tries to send one up and had a gal. She was offsides. Booth was in behind the defenders. Lucy Wilson's going to be directed to move that ball up by this near sideline official. Now he deems it's all right if they decide not to.
They're saying, I don't know if it's in charge, but like to turn on the lights in a little bit.
Worked up here. Emma Meyer's going to have this. Sends it up and looking for that through ball. It ends up rolling into the hands again of Brenna Gale as Delaney Moon was coming down on her. 26:45 left, second half action. 2-0 score, Eagle Valley on top. Sophie Leeson tried to knock down that ball. Had help on the follow-up from Drobic. Gets it up to Moon, and her pass into Rillos does not connect. Worked the other way. Aguilar tried to get a head on it. Couldn't do it. Instead, it's Meyer. Touches into Sydney Graham. Graham upfield now to Sophie Leeson. Cuts it to the middle of the pitch here. Finds Izzy Rillos. Settles. Good-looking play from Rillos. Tries the through ball. She's got Delaney Moon. Moon to the top of the 18 on her left foot. Tries to shoot. Blocked off. But if that has enough English on it, it's going to send it towards the sideline. Not quite across the end line there. So just a throw in a few feet off that end line for Steamboat. Once again, Emma Meyer to take it. Toss comes in looking for Coley. Rochelle Coley gets by a defender. Cleared out, and again, it's across the sideline. Ginny Osteen doing an excellent job keeping that away from that end line. Steamboat and Eagle Valley, neither team has had a corner yet today. Under 26 minutes left. Toss comes into Sophie Leeson. Leeson now going to try and reverse away from pressure. Kicked away from her by Schumacher. Now Meyer again with it. Trying to find Rochelle Coley. Got free from her, though. Hopped over her right foot, and so it'll be a goal kick for Brenna Gale. Steamboat's definitely pressing right now. They're trying to find the back of the goal here. Couple real good opportunities. One such opportunity came off a free kick on the far side corner, top of the box, but Sailors couldn't come up with a chance on frame. Ended up going wide. It remains 2-0 here in second half action. Steamboat down to the Eagle Valley Devils. They're right to left on the radio dial, though, in their home white uniforms, red numbers and trim, fighting for their playoff lives. Here's a pass back to Hodges. Gives it off now to Holland Reese. Turns it near side to Lucy Wilson. Gathers with the left foot across the midfield line. Wilson now going to try and give herself a little bit more space to work with. Finds Emma Meyer, keeping it in play nicely. Meyer up this left wing. Again, cuts back to the middle of the field, out of bounds off a defender. That was Uribe. Throw-in comes quickly to Lucy Wilson, trying to get free from a defender once more. Cleared out, though, by Eagle Valley. Aguilar is the lone gal upfield. Now has a little bit of help. It's Schumacher on the overlap, and Schumacher dispossessed by Sydney Graham, who gets back. Devils will have another throw of it here from the near side, 10 yards deep in the Steamboat territory. Looks as though Wilson has been moved to that attacking position by Coach Bowman. Sailors trying to find some form of offense here that can break through what has been a solid D from Eagle Valley throughout the evening. Now Sydney Graham gives the boot to this one up to the midfield. Big circle it comes. Wilson there, as well as Sophie Leeson. Leeson got it to Wilson. A little chip through to Rochelle Coley. Brings it in with the left foot and chases it down, giving it to Sydney Graham. Graham settles and slows. Off to Hodges' far side. Hodges now stepping up. Gives a pass to Leeson, back to Hodges. And she's eventually chased down by Nanine. Dispossessed on a good tackle. Worked up the other way. But it'll go all the way to Lepore, who steps well beyond the 18 and kicks it up again for Steamboat. Ball worked back and forth here between the two teams, and eventually Sydney Graham comes up with it, gives a pass off to Wilson. Couldn't get that second one-touch play to go, however. Wilson gets a second chance at it. Lucy Wilson makes a move. A little shake and bake play. Stumbles over the ball. Has a follow-up help, though, from Sydney Graham up to Drobick. Couldn't connect. Worked back again the other way. Sophie Leeson trying to come up with it. Emma Meyer eventually gets the ball from Holland Reese. Couldn't gather it in, however. Throw-in coming now for Eagle Valley. And eventually stepping off that throw is Addie Schumacher. Instead, here comes Uribe. Goes a little bit more time. 22:31 left here. Second half action. So Booth throwing an elbow there, trying to go through the Steamboat gal. Through ball from Rillos, not going to go where she wanted it to. But here comes Delaney Moon, almost makes a nice play. Looking for a little bit of help. She's got it in Lucy Wilson. Back outside to Moon. Back pedals, gathers the ball in. Nice little play on the overlap to Hodges. In comes a Steamboat attack. Service is there. She's knocked down. And no play on that one. They say it was in the process of serving that into the middle of the field here.
And he doesn't get that?
So now Brennick Gale's going to have it on the far side of the 6. Goal kick coming up here for Eagle Valley. Steamboat, again, right to left on the radio dial. If you're just joining us, they're down 2-0 to this Eagle Valley Devils team. Both goals coming back in half number 1. Ball work to the near side. Meyer steps into it, gives a nice little feed up to Sydney Graham. Turns up the field herself. She's going to let one fly. And into the back of the goal, Sydney Graham! Shoots this one. It bent in a little bit. Brennick Gale thought it was going wide, and so she tried to jump out of the way of the ball.
She thought it was going, yeah.
And a misplay on that from Gale, who just didn't quite have her angles down. Good shot from Graham, and it's 2-1 just like that. A little bit of a gift from the Eagle Valley goal keep. 2-1 score, and that changes the dynamic down the last 21-24 of this game. Steamboat with some life. Eagle Valley chips this one up the field once again. I don't think I've ever seen that one before, where the goalie really thought that she was already at the side of her goal there. Brennick Gale now. Going to try and bounce back herself. Your Sailors, though, are to within 1. Lepori's going to turn it up the field. She sends it to the near side, looking for Meyer. Steps into the middle of the pitch. Nice move around a defender. Gets it up to Sydney Graham, the goal scorer. Sydney Graham looking for a through ball, and it's cut down. Nice job there from Baldwin. However, she runs into Lucy Wilson. Lucy Wilson and Baldwin going shoulder to shoulder. And it's going to be a Steamboat ball. Throw in from just in front of that Eagle Valley bench. Toss is going to be over the shoulder there of Delaney Moon, whose shot then is going wide of the goal by a number of feet. Goal kick coming up for Gale. Brennick Gale will just set this one far side of her 6 once again. Keeps it low. Knocked down by Rillos. Comes to Eagle Valley, however, and they'll just clear it up towards that midfield line. Taken down there by Drobick. She's going to send it over to Sydney Graham near side. To the back line and Emma Meyer. Meyer now steps up. Nice little pass to Graham once again. Trying to give it up to Coley, but that one's not going to go, and it will end up dribbling across the end line. Another goal kick coming up here with 20 minutes left in the game. 2-1 score. Steamboat with the latest goal from Sydney Graham. However, they're still down by 1 here to Eagle Valley. And finally, Brennick Gale's had enough of it. She's going to leave this one off to Ginny Osteen to kick away. Stutters in. Kicks one up field. Goes under a few different feet, but eventually ends up at Emma Meyer's possession. She sends one that's going to be knocked down. Steamboat has a chance at it with Delaney Moon. Swinging it over to Sydney Graham near side. Graham turns it back and gives a pass to Emma Meyer. Meyer has time to work with as well as some space. Eagle Valley has everyone except Aguilar, who's hanging out around that midfield line, back and ready to defend. A hefty number. That's 9 of 10 runners. Of course, Brennick Gale rounding out the 11. Now it's going to be worked up. Gathered in by Steamboat once more. Delaney Moon finds Rillos. Izzy Rillos trying to touch one. Eventually worked back. Delaney Moon on it again. Moon gives it off to Drobick. Drobick now up near side to Sydney Graham. She works it across the field. Bounces around off of a player. And into the hands of goalkeeper Brennick Gale. She'll punt this one away. wearing down. You can see the gas running out of Brennan Gale. Steamboat's really put the pressure on here in second half action. They just need to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Here's Eagle Valley trying to get a little bit of a reprieve. Work to Aguilar, up the right wing. Running into this one is Schumacher. Attacking attempt here. Schumacher serves it in. Numbers get back for Steamboat. An opportunity, though. Shot coming in on goal. Stopped by Lepori. And she'll just keep trotting out, rolling this one up for Riley Hodges. 18 minutes to go in the game. 2-1 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. However, the girls in white have the latest goal and a little bit of fire in the belly. Here's Delaney Moon, chip through, trying to find Lucy Wilson. A little misplay from Ginny Osteen. Osteen then forced to turn that one outside with Wilson barreling down on her. Osteen tried to say it went off of Lucy Wilson. However, throw in for Steamboat coming up from the end of the Eagle Valley bench on that far sideline. Looks as though it's going to be Hodges to take this. Toss comes in, chested down by Wilson, tries to turn a corner. A little chip through comes up. Rillos is there, heads one along. That is out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Brennick Gale once more. Gale looks like she's going to be the one to take it again for the girls in black uniforms, white numbers. Keeps this one low. Goes over one of her players. That was Booth. Taken now by Sophie Leeson. Chips one in. And it'll be kicked out by Eagle Valley. Taken right back by Drobick. Swung outside now to Emma Meyer near side. Meyer to the middle of the field once again. Found the foot of Lucy Wilson. And Wilson's just going to turn one up the field. And a little bit too hard of a pass there on the through ball attempt as Delaney Moon wasn't able to chase it down. Another goal kick coming up here for Brennick Gale. 16:40 left now in this one. Do want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. The Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, as well as Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and the homeowner's friend. Also, of course, the Corner Slice, where you can go after the game and pick up 2 slices for just $5. Throwing far sideline for Steamboat about the midfield point. And ball bounces around, eventually comes to Eagle Valley. Devils have been on their heels for the better portion of this second half of play. Here comes Steamboat again, trying to find some offense. Service comes into Leeson, shot on goal, stopped by Gale, who dove from left to right to make that save. And she hung on, which was the big factor there as Gale, had she let that one loose, would have had 2 different white jerseyed players barreling down on her. Your Sailors swarming right now, looking for that tying goal. 15:40 to go in the game. Hodges in a foot race. Nanid's going to go shoulder to shoulder with her. Hodges forced to just kick it out of play, and Eagle Valley able to push some numbers up the field for a quick change of pace. Devils trying to find a little bit of offense. You can see that Nanid's ushering her counterparts up the field trying to get some numbers. They've been on their heels for so long now. Cleared out by Holland Reese. Baldwin trying to keep it in play, but Delaney Moon stepped in their way. Works it up to Izzy Rillos. She'll go for a long ball. I think Rillos was going for goal on that one. What do you say, Kip?
I think,
Lucy Wilson just took that right in the face. On a clearing attempt from Brennick Gale, knocked her down to the turf. Gale able to recover in her 18 and punts this one away. Lucy Wilson trying to chase it down. Ball is worked the other way. And eventually out of bounds, deep in their own territory. Steamboat will have a throw-in from the far sideline. 14.5 minutes to go here in this game. 2-1 score, Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Toss comes into Drobick. Her pass, though, out of bounds. Throw-in now for Eagle Valley just in front of the Steamboat bench. All the players for Steamboat standing up now, trying to urge their teammates on, trying to get that tying goal. Lucy Wilson examining her face, making sure she didn't lose any teeth on that one. Ball comes out, shot. Going to be wide of the goal frame, though it's scooped up regardless by Caroline Lepori. And Lepori will just trot to the top of her 18. And And we'll punt this one away for the Sailors. Big booming kick from Lepori over a defender's head. It's going to be chased down by Sophie Leeson. Trying to put that one forward. Eventually she chests it down. Follows up. Here comes Leeson. Baldwin's trying to come back on her and does a nice job of angling. Now it's going to be taken by Delaney Moon. Moon trying to get in the passing lane. Taken by Eagle Valley. They work it the other way, but only so far as Riley Hodges. Up to Moon. One-touch play looking for Wilson. And understandably so, Wilson a little bit slow on that play. She's still trying to figure out if she's still in the same week as her teammates. It's going to be worked up by Steamboat for a moment towards the midfield line. Taken by Eagle Valley, cleared up the other way once again. And that will result in another throw-in for the Sailors. Hodges to take this from that far side. Toss comes in. Gathered by Delaney Moon. Makes a move to the middle of the field, trying to find Rillos. Intercepted. Here comes Wright for Eagle Valley. Trying to send one over to the near sideline. Couldn't connect. Moon was there. Finds Sydney Graham, the goal scorer for Steamboat. Goes upfield. A little chip through from Graham. She's looking to connect with Coley. Rochelle Coley turns into this one and runs through it. She's going to gather it in. 12.5 to go. Coley with an opportunity. That goes off of the uprights. And Steamboat once more watches on as Brennick Gale will have another goal kick opportunity. You can see the players starting to stretch out here as they have played the majority of this 80 minutes. Well, it's only about 70 minutes right now, but many of these girls have been out here for the whole duration of the game. Now it's going to be Rochelle Coley. She tries to come up the near side, shoulder to shoulder with the defender. Gets it to Lucy Wilson. Cuts back on the ball, lets one fly, hits a defender. Now it's taken down by Baldwin. She follows up as well, getting it outside, and Eagle Valley tries to just clear their own half. Nice job from Sophie Leeson. Great challenge. Good tackle. Leeson into the middle of the field with a pass. Followed up by Rillos. Taken back by Hodges at the midfield line. Tries to reverse course with the possession here for Steamboat. Kicked away from her. Throwing for the Sailors at the midfield line. Toss comes quickly. Finds the foot of Drobik. Gets it near side to Rillos in the big circle. Swings one that is going to be in the middle of everybody. And a campfire results in a throw-in now from the near sideline for Eagle Valley. Uribe will take this with just 11:11 left in this second half of play and the game. 2-1 score, Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Emma Meyer will take it for Steamboat, however, on a nice little tackle. Cleared up. And here's Aguilar, not going to be able to chase it down. She pulls up as Steamboat will have another toss. This one, though, deep in their own territory from the near sideline. Holland Reese, who's been relatively quiet, hasn't been a lot of challenge there on the back line here in the second half of play, which is a good thing. However, Steamboat's still in need of a tying goal. Sydney Graham just runs out of time and space. Throw-in coming now for Eagle Valley. Uribe taking no rush in getting to this ball. She'll have the throw for the Devils. Goes up the near sideline. Kept in play by Aguilar. Tried to turn it in the middle of the field and give herself some more space to work with. Couldn't do it. Emma Meyer had it for a moment. Couldn't clear. Followed up now by Schumacher out of bounds. Throwing Steamboat. Just a few feet off their own end line. Toss comes in. Emma Meyer couldn't get the connection there. Looking for Sydney Graham. Followed up by Booth. Into the 18 it comes. And here's Eagle Valley. Schumacher with a bending ball. That's going to be taken down. Ball still free. Kicked at. And eventually whistle blows. Corner kick as they're going to deem it went off of a Steamboat player. And so for the first time this afternoon for either side, a corner kick, it's going to be for Eagle Valley. Sailors right to left on the radio dial, defending this one from this near side corner. 9.5 minutes to go, and in trots Ginny Osteen, specialist here for this Eagle Valley squad. She's got a strong left foot. Going to try and serve it in. A little jump start to it. Stutter steps. Kicks it low and hard. Comes right back out to her off of a defender. Chipped through now is going to go right into the hands of Lepori, and this time she makes no mistake in gathering that in and keeping it in her possession. Goes out to the top of her own 18. Needs to let one fly. She does. This one over the head of a defender. Knocked down on the back line by Emily Conklin. Gets to that outside. Nice job from Leeson, who's challenging right there. Tackles it away from the girl. Here comes Sophie Leeson up that right wing. Kicks it in now to Lucy Wilson. Wilson along to Graham. One-touch shot there from Graham. She got a lot on that opportunity, but sends it through the uprights, maybe a little bit wide of it, and a goal kick coming up for Brenna Gale. 8.5 minutes left, 2-1 score. Eagle Valley on top. Gale to kick this one away from the far side of her 6. Sun is back out from the clouds, and so you'd want to think that maybe Steamboat needs to put a couple balls up there and make it tough for Gale to really track. That's what I would do, but I'm a hockey player, so don't listen to me. Sophie Leeson swings it outside to Rillos. She can't gather it in. That's going to turn into a throw-in for Eagle Valley. From the far sideline, Baldwin will have this with under 8 to go now. Toss comes in. Baldwin gets it right back in and go play. Sophie Leeson challenges right away, and another throw-in coming up here for Eagle Valley. Same spot, same place. Going to be Baldwin once more. This toss gathered in by Booth. Challenge for far side. Booth keeps it in play, and she'll just chip one up the field. Holland Reese going to chase this one down, turns it to the sideline, kicks it up, goes off of Reese last, and another throw in for Eagle Valley, and they're just content to continue ticking off time here on this clock. Not the friend of your Steamboat Sailors anymore. 7:20 to go. They do have the latest goal, making it a 2-1 game, but now they need that second strike to tie throw-in up. Throw-in comes for Eagle Valley. Goes off of a header, and a second corner kick coming up for the Devils, and it looks as though they're going to bring in Emily Conklin from her right center back slot to take this one for the girls donning black uniforms. This corner kick from the far side of the field this time. Again, Steamboat right to left on the radio dial in half number 2. Down 2-1 to Eagle Valley. 6:40 to go in the game. Here comes Conklin from that far side. Box is loaded up with all but one player for Steamboat. Punched on, kicked at, bouncing around, cleared out by Leeson. And it's going to be knocked down now by Baldwin once again, who just puts it right back towards that Steamboat side. Chased down by Hodges. Nice job there from Riley Hodges. It got past Lucy Wilson, however. Turned back the other way. And here comes some numbers for Eagle Valley. Nanine going to cut back away from a defender, looking to serve one into the box. Keeps it hard and low. Hits off of Delaney Moon, gathered in by Lapori. And she will go up to the 18 there for Steamboat. Kicking this one. Dropped the ball prematurely. Didn't get a hold of that one. And Riley Hodges does have to follow up and does so successfully, but her kick goes out of bounds. 5:45 left. Eagle Valley with a throw from the far side midfield line. Toss is knocked down by Hodges, followed up now by Delaney Moon. Kicks it back to Emma Meyer. And Meyer's just going to turn this one up the field for Steamboat. Sends one up to Drobick. Drobick now. Along further, finds Sophie Leeson. Leeson cuts away from pressure, gives a pass up, and here comes Lucy Wilson. Wilson now turns the Jets on into the 18. Wilson shoots one, cleared out there by Uribe, and it goes out of play, and it's going to be a corner kick for Steamboat. Their first opportunity at such a play here in the game, and it comes in the 75th minute. 2-1 the score. Lucy Wilson to serve this one in with a heavy box with plenty of gals in white. Wilson with a strong service. Finds Delaney Moon. Couldn't turn that one on goal. Now here's Meyer. She chips one up, and it's going to be headed on by Rillos. And out of play it will go. So a goal kick now. Brenna Gale is going to take this goal kick from the near side this time for Eagle Valley. Now steps off as Zoe Booth will come back to help her out in lieu of the keeper. The sun's an issue here. You can see Gale trying to shield her eyes a little bit. Steamboat just needs to score is what they need to do. Here's Delaney Moon sending it up the field. They're down 2-1 here to Eagle Valley. And the Devils trying to work it up. This is Nanine. Shoulder to shoulder with Moon. Moon comes up with it. Gives it to Hodges. Into Leeson. Cuts away from pressure. knocked off the ball. Followed up, however, by Steamboat. Lucy Wilson has it far sideline. Stops on a dime, reversing course, gives it off to Delaney Moon. Moon now turning it in and finding Drobick in the big circle. One-touch play there to Riley Hodges. 3:43 to go in the game. Emma Meyer sends it up, and the center official got in the way. Here comes Delaney Moon. Time and space for Moon. Swings it outside there to Lucy Wilson. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Cleared up by Eagle Valley. There's Drobick now. She sends one up, and it's going to be punched out by Brennick Gale. Followed up by Sydney Graham, top of the 18. She lost it, however. Schumacher takes it. Tries to push it upfield. Sydney Graham takes it right back. For Steamboat, it got away from her, though, off her right foot and out of play. Throwing coming up now for the girls in black once more. Uribe taking her time. 3 minutes to go in the game. Uribe now slowing it down. Ushered to do so by Aguilar. Kicked upfield by the Devils. Here comes Emma Meyer. Meyer now couldn't control. Gives it off to Delaney Moon. In on goal. Brennick Gale with the save. And she'll take this one out to the top of the 18. And trying to call for a big booming kick. Delivers. Hops over the foot of Emma Meyer. Ball comes up upfield, Kicked out by Holland Reese. Got away from her, and a throw-in coming up now for Eagle Valley. 2:23 to go. Uribe to toss this one in for the Devils. She goes right up the sideline with it. And eventually it goes out. Steamboat throw now. Emma Meyer to take it for the Sailors. They don't have a lot of time to work with, just over 2 minutes, in fact. Here's Holland Reese. Tried to send one up the field. Knocked down by Eagle Valley. Great tackle from Drobick. Gets it over to Hodges. Far side of the field. Hodges goes up to Sophie Leeson. One touch through ball attempt. Trying to find Lucy Wilson, who is matched stride for stride by Baldwin. Not a lot of players can do that.
That one to the practice field.
Ball cleared over to the practice field there of Steamboat. Now another clearing attempt. It's going to eventually come to Drobick. Upfield she goes. Finds Delaney Moon. Outside to Emma Meyer. Meyer. Going to give it to Sydney Graham, Graham turns the corner, keeps it in play, and nutmegs a gal, gets through with the ball, goes for a service, finds her gal. It's Lucy Wilson, top of the 18. She takes it away from Ginny Osteen, and Wilson trying to go around the last defender. It's Baldwin who has to just clear that one out far side. 70 seconds left here in the game. 2-1 the score. Eagle Valley on top. Wilson to throw it in far sideline, just a few feet off the end. Toss comes looking for Leeson. Taken by Eagle Valley, they clear. Drobick knocks it down with the right foot. Turns it and needs to send it in quickly. Finds Delaney Moon. Moon trying to get away from a triple team. Taken away from her, and Eagle Valley has it. Here's Wright. Slowing it down a little bit. Clearing attempt hit off of Delaney Moon's foot. Eagle Valley does follow up, and Uribe gets it in deep. Gathered in by Caroline Lepori. Punts one upfield, half a minute to play. Booth gets in the lane. Hops towards the Eagle Valley sideline and eventually out of play. Throw-in coming for Steamboat. Hodges to take it. 25 seconds on the clock. Toss comes into Rillos. Rillos now serving it back towards her own midfield line. Taken there by Holland Reese to Emma Meyer. Upfield now to Sydney Graham. Graham trying to get away from pressure. Can't do it. 10 seconds on the clock. Cleared out. Eagle Valley on their way to a victory here against your Steamboat Sailors. 5 seconds to go. Meyer comes up with it, and this game is in the books. The Devils take down your Sailors 2-1. And that is the game. Steamboat heads to Glenwood on Thursday. We'll have that game of lacrosse action before that. Not sure who the Sailors are playing on Thursday, the lacrosse team. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. That's at 4. I'll have the game in Glenwood at 6. Back-to-back action. We will be covering both those, and that'll be the next thing up here on your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com. We will be covering both those, and that'll be the next thing up here on your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's